Red Hook Farms is an urban farming and food justice nonprofit here in Red Hook, Brooklyn. Our work centers around youth that we hire from the neighborhood and builds out from there. So looking at ways that we can increase fresh food access for the neighborhood, looking at ways to build the leadership and green literacy of the youth that we work with, and looking for ways to bring the community together around our 2 farm sites.
We're here on a beautiful day in October where it is unseasonably warm, and I'm going to show you all around. This is for like nerdy farmer people, right? So on the farm we grow in what we consider kind of like a giant raised bed. It's about 1.5 acres of soil directly on top of the asphalt. The history of the site that we farm on, it's New York City Parks Department land. It used to be a baseball field. So on top of that asphalt, we have about 1.5 feet of soil, which is mostly composed of compost with some amounts of native soil mixed in with it. Very high organic matter. We see being on top of asphalt as a benefit because in New York City, and particularly in Red Hook, there's a lot of issues of soil contamination. So the asphalt gives us a bit of a separation from that to grow in this beautiful clean soil that we grow in. We grow a wide mix of crops. We grow around 60 different veggies that we market and distribute. Everything from arugula to zucchini. We have the field broken down into 7 different sections, which we sort of orient to different botanical families to follow good crop rotation. It also helps to orient the youth that we work with what's going on. But we do, encourage as much diversity within the site as possible.
The heart of Red Hook Farms are the youth that we work with, and they are hired in the spring and stay with us through the full growing season. And we like to think of it as from seed to sale, so they're involved in the planning, all the urban ag horticulture work of growing in the city they're involved with.
And so a lot of it is like nature, like reconnecting with nature that a lot of folks who grew up with the city kind of like lost touch with, and like regaining that awe. Having the youth be like stewards of their own education in a way, so they help guide us as to what they want to learn, what they're interested in. I think that's really important to keep engagement and keep everybody really excited. It can't just always be like, this is what we're gonna do for today. It has to be like gaining the knowledge of like, what are we excited about? What do we want to learn about?
Being a part of the Red Hook Farms has had an impact in my life because I get to take more like fresh vegetables to my house and make fresher food for myself. I always cook for myself, so like it's nice to know where like the food comes from and like all the hard work it took. And it definitely changed my day to day because it makes me a funner person. I feel like knowing all these fun facts about the farm and like relating it to my everyday life is just great.
I have so much optimism when it comes to being here. Like if Brendan were asking, do you think we need an herbal shed? I like didn't hesitate, and all of a sudden we have all this equipment. Yeah, sometimes that can be surprising that Brendan comes up to me with these huge decisions, like where to put this. Like we decided where to put the Caterpillar tunnel in like 2 days.
So this here is a structure we use for season extension. It's a Caterpillar tunnel. We had a really amazing crop of cherry tomatoes in here.
Yes, I don't think I've like lost any excitement or any like will to be here or something. I've always find something that makes me want to come back to do something else or to continue something or to complete something. I just know that there's probably endless knowledge for me here. Like we made a sifter out of a cement mixer and a garbage can. And that just made our sifting lives like 10 times easier. And it's our first year like using it.
And in this area of the farm, we have our compost piles. We manage our piles in windrows. Along with many hands, we turn them down this way. And when our compost is finally finished, we sift our compost through this compost trommel that we built. Did you see our finished compost? We're very proud of it. Turns out quite nice.
I was just like, oh, that seems interesting, like farming. I never heard of like farming in New York, so I was just very skeptical about the whole thing. But like once I really started, like over time, I felt like I was learning more, getting closer with like other youth and like building long-lasting relationships with like just the whole community. So I felt really like grounded and just like, I enjoy the work that I do here. I really do. Like this is like a safe space for not only just youth, but like anyone to come here, be themselves and just like take a break from like the world and just like focus.
I love that I get to just like get to create and be excited with young people all the time. They keep me honest and they challenge me in all the right ways to continue growing. And it's just a really beautiful space, like to feel like what you're doing makes a difference. And I know that's really cheesy to say, but you know, you get to actually like see your actions come to life.